welcome back again to another episode from the Untold, where people come here and share their untold stories. And Ahmed,
Yeah,
again, another episode.
another episode. More things to explore, new people to meet, new faces here on the show. You're a new face on the show, right?
Kinda.
You've been a guest on the show, and now the co-host. How does that make you feel?
I actually wanted to do this when I was as a guest.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun. I was like, I should be on the show. And it happened.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to do a thing. It just
Interesting.
happened.
It just happened.
Yeah,
It
when
just
you want
happened.
something, God will give it to you.
Thank you, Hassan. Well, for today's episode, we're going to talk about food. Everyone loves food,
But
vegan food.
Which
Are you
is-
ready?
I am. Are you?
Yep. Let's take this break, and we'll be right back with our guest.
So we're back again, and we have a very interesting guest.
Yeah.
Aziz Alreshoud, you're a vegan chef, which is very interesting.
The vegan chef.
The vegan chef.
vegan
The
chef.
only Kuwaiti vegan chef in Kuwait, but I do have a question here.
Yeah.
Are you vegan?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's start from there. What made you become a vegan? What was the process like? And then what made you stop, right?
Okay, so I was a student back in college, and I watched a documentary that talked about how our food changed in the last 100 years.
Right.
And in that documentary, they talked about a juice detox. So I decided to try one of those.
That was a trend back in the day.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
trend, which now we know that it's
Doesn't do
not
anything?
healthy.
Not
so
healthy.
anyone hearing this, don't try
A
it.
juice detox is you're strictly on juices
Pure juice.
for 3-4 days?
It depends. Some people do it for longer. Yeah.
How does it
How do
feel
you
to live?
survive?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
So I tried it for 5 days.
Oh.
I liked how that felt.
But you were only
And then
doing
I
juices.
stopped.
but
Yeah, for
don't
5
you feel
days.
hungry?
Yeah. You feel hungry. Every time you feel hungry, you drink
Is
a juice.
there a
and then
limit of how much juice you can consume?
there is, but I didn't stick to the limit. I
So
just
you took as much as you needed?
yeah,
Oh.
as many calories as I can
Yeah.
handle.
Was there
And it
any
adds
side
up,
effects
it
to
adds
that?
up.
Yeah, and then after 5 days, I went back to regular food, and then I just found myself preferring vegetarian, vegan food.
Something in your system changed with all that
Yeah,
fruits,
I guess.
juice,
I
yeah.
guess. And then slowly, piece by piece, I started to research more about the vegetarian lifestyle,
Vegetarian
and then I heard about the vegan lifestyle.
Yeah, which is extreme. This is
Yeah.
the most extreme it can
It's
be. Right.
There's
way
more.
more
There's
extreme
more
than
extreme.
vegetarian.
You'll be surprised.
Oh.
Fruitarian diet.
Fruitarians.
Fruitarian.
Yeah.
So you
Which
basically
is Steve
live
Jobs.
on Steve
He
Jobs.
was-
Okay,
yeah, he
I
was
mean,
only-
but I cannot imagine
Yeah.
myself living on fruits
Yeah.
for the rest of my life. That would be. I'm not a bird.
Fruitarian is the most extreme.
Yes. Yeah. Raw
Fruitarian.
foods. They call
Raw
them.
foods.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, after that happened, I just found myself
Becoming a
vegan,
vegan.
and then I continued for a 7-year journey.
And this happened with
2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Back then in the States,
Yes.
vegan products weren't as popular as today.
It was just starting to trend.
Starting,
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And we didn't have any of it in Kuwait.
No.
Back at that time.
No way.
This is more recent in Kuwait.
Yeah.
And over the last 10 years in the States, I've witnessed veganism explode.
Explode, exactly.
Every market I go to, every produce, there's vegan burger, vegan pizza.
Precisely.
Vegan,
So you
yeah.
basically chose the most difficult time to be vegan,
Yeah.
where
As a
everything
student,
was
while
basically
studying
just
all that,
not. So you had to make your own food.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
2012, yeah.
Yes, which is where I learned to cook mostly back in college also.
I mean, honestly,
And-
as a fellow scholarship student, that's
Yeah.
when I learned to cook.
Yeah.
When we went there, we had to make our own dishes.
You have
right?
to, yeah.
You,
You
have
have
to.
to,
You
yeah,
want
yeah.
to know. You want your Kuwaiti dishes.
Exactly.
You
yeah.
know.
And there's not so much restaurants that know how to do that.
Absolutely.
So you do it yourself.
You want the taste
Call
of
your
home.
mom.
Call your mom.
Do it the original way.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Trial and error, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
So tell us some more about that experience. 7 years of being vegan. How, you didn't miss it. You didn't have this. You want to taste meat. You miss meats.
So thankfully for me, I didn't have any allergies. So
Okay.
it was a choice to just try a diet, let's say,
Different lifestyle.
different lifestyle. And there's two kinds of vegans. Vegans that do it ethically because
Right.
they're all
'Cause
for
they
animal
care about
rights.
the animals, all that. Yeah.
And vegans who do it for the health.
For the health.
For me, I found out that being vegan or a plant-based, let's say, for the long term, it reduces the possibility of chronic diseases. So diabetes, high blood pressure, strokes, all those stuff. So, of course, like any person who wants to be healthy, you want to do it the easiest way. And I found out for me that eating without thinking exactly what to eat and by just eliminating animal foods as much as I can, I am on the road to reduce those chronic diseases.
Right.
So
all this sounds great, and you sound like you believe in it and all that.
yeah,
7 years go by,
yeah,
you quit.
I quit.
Because
What happened?
But I
that's
chose.
the untold story.
That's the untold story.
That's the untold story.
So I got back in Kuwait, where veganism was just starting to pop up in some restaurants, and a couple of years in, I got married.
Nice.
So I decided that it's good to be flexible,
All right.
and
Because
that's
your wife isn't vegan.
my wife is not vegan. My whole house is not vegan.
Here we go.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
My-
the first
Okay.
clash.
My
This is the
parents,
first
my
clash.
siblings,
Yeah.
none of them are vegan.
Okay.
Uh,
It's a challenge for a
but
vegan
being
person.
yeah,
It is a challenge.
but being a vegan in the house, I did inspire them to eat
be
more,
more healthy.
be more healthy.
Okay.
Eat more vegetables.
Eat more
stuff.
veggies.
Yeah, I know it sounds cliche,
But
but
nobody
that actually,
really turned vegan.
No one turned vegan.
No.
Yeah.
No,
no,
one
no.
decided to be
But
vegan.
now
Okay.
you're saying the marriage pushed you out of veganism?
it depends on how
Are
you
we
put
saying
it.
that? Should we record that?
I chose to be, more flexible.
Okay.
And my goal since the beginning is to just enjoy the vegan lifestyle, not to be strict.
Okay.
Being strict for 7 years was just, something that happened because I was, living alone, just like that. And
So
I
what
also
does
fell in
being
love.
flexible mean? Like
Flexible is
maybe once a week I would go out and have dinner.
could be yes,
And it would include some meats.
yes, or for any social events.
All right, or any social
Duanias, gatherings,
Okay.
it's good to be flexible.
That sounds like when some people go on a diet.
Yeah.
Like they would eat
They have
at
an
the
off
social
day.
event off days. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it slowly faded away.
It's still the same, but
Oh,
it's not
okay.
called vegan anymore because
Yeah, because
it's
you're-
not.
He's not
100%.
vegan.
Yeah.
He's occasionally vegan.
Yeah. And I fell in love with cooking and just trying all sorts of food. And, there's so many flavors out there, so many combinations, which when I travel, I felt like I was limiting myself. And I'm a person who likes to always improve
Explore.
myself and develop. So as a culinary line, I also saw that being flexible is actually beneficial to try and mix and see what non-vegan dishes are out there
Right.
so that I can turn them into
Turn
vegan.
them into vegan.
Yeah.
dishes.
So
Right,
you
right.
do have a lot of followers on your social media,
Yeah.
and people follow you for the vegan recipes,
Yes.
and they find you very interesting. So what made you want to be a chef? Like, I mean, you were vegan, but why become a vegan chef?
Yeah. So I always loved vegan since I was a kid. My mom is always in the kitchen. I like a challenge. So when you cook, for example, a regular cake, you have eggs to bind everything together and baking soda and whatnot to just have regular cake.
Interesting.
But when I make a vegan cake, I have to find all those substitutes. So that makes it interesting for me to cook, like to make something work.
Okay.
And to learn something new and
But does it taste the same?
You'd be
maybe
surprised.
maybe better actually.
You'd be surprised.
Have you tried any vegan
Oh,
food?
yeah. Living in Los Angeles, there's so many vegan
I've
products
only-
without
Los
you
Angeles,
knowing.
that's vegan heaven.
I've only
Vegan
tried
heaven,
vegan
like you
burger,
said.
and it didn't taste as like
No,
I could
no, the
taste
vegan burger, no.
rice. I think in
No.
it. I'm not sure, but I could
And the-
taste things in it.
It depends. At the end of the
Depends.
day, everyone has a
Depends.
different taste.
Yeah.
And some products are actually they're very
Yeah.
bad that I don't eat myself. But mostly
Like my
They're
favorite gummies back there were vegan. My
Yeah.
favorite cookies back there were vegan. They were so good. And they're better than the
I have never-
non-vegan ones.
I've never wanted to follow like a certain diet. Like I would just,
Well, I was just trying a product.
yeah, you were trying products,
Yeah.
but I'm more of a just eat what you want.
Haven't you not had vegan any? Like,
I'm not sure. Maybe I
chocolate,
did,
vegan-
but I never paid attention.
You never paid attention.
No, I just go for the flavor.
All right, all right, all right.
If it tastes good, eat it.
yeah.
Well, so you being a vegan chef now, what is your? Is it just the social media part, or you also doing any kind of food and beverage kind of restaurant or cafe
Inshallah, in the future.
in the future?
Inshallah,
What
in
is
the
the
future, why
plan?
not?
You think? What is the goal?
The goal is to, I'm working on a kitchen at the moment. My goal is to nourish people
All right,
with
I like that.
vegan food.
With vegan.
Vegan food is very. I'm talking about whole plant-based food. It comes for whole,
Absolutely.
pure ingredients, and so from that kitchen, inshallah, it will grow to something bigger.
So,
To
do you think that will sell in Kuwait? Like, I mean, we do have restaurants who sell certain vegan
I think
meals,
we have a
but to
certain
have
demographic in Kuwait.
like to have an entire restaurant, you
Yes.
know, for vegans.
I'll tell you.
Here's the thing: meat eaters would go there and eat because it's so
Exactly.
good.
exactly.
That's
I'll
the
tell you.
thing.
Yeah. So you don't have to be vegan to eat the vegan food.
But like
Yeah.
you have to work on the recipes really well to make people interested.
I mean, that's why
And
he's
that's-
the vegan.
I know you're like the only vegan chef in Kuwait. Does that put any stress on you, or do you feel, do you feel like
No, not so much stress,
okay,
but
pride?
He could use the competition. I think.
being
So he-
being the only one,
Yeah.
it doesn't really make add any value.
Okay. All right.
At the end of the day, actually, it's like the quality of my work, how easy it is to make the recipe that I share. Those things matter more, and that's what I hear mostly when I see someone wherever I walk in public. They walk up to me. That's what they focus on more than being the only one.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hold on. When you said when you came here to Kuwait, you decided to
Switch.
switch, and I would say occasionally, since you are still living a vegan life, but occasionally you would eat
Yes.
like different food. The first time you did that, how did that feel? Like the first time you're like, okay, I'm gonna have a piece of whatever
Steak.
that you try, steak.
It was steak.
Oh, you went directly
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
steak.
You
Yeah.
missed the steak.
So
mostly.
I
how was
actually
that?
never craved. I know it's hard to believe, but I never craved meat while I was vegan.
And when did you crave it then?
I never did.
You never did?
I never
Okay.
But
did.
it was
Hey,
just there, like
it
on the
was just
table.
no. I decided because I didn't want to put myself in a box.
Okay.
So I have a friend. I told him today I want to do something outside of the box, and I want to break my vegan
Diet.
diet
What did he say?
with a steak.
And what
But-
did he
but-
believe you? Did
He-
Did you
was-
get a
he
wagyu
didn't
steak?
believe
Did you
it.
get a good steak?
Yeah, it was like a good French style
Ooh,
steak.
French style
Oh,
steak.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what I was planning was one bite.
One bite.
But yeah, he didn't let me
One
continue. So
bite
we
after
finised
the other.
half the steak, I think.
That's
for the
really
first time.
good.
Next time, go
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
tomahawk.
You just
Yeah.
went directly to steak. Like I
Yeah.
would imagine a slice of pizza, but
No.
You guys are making me hungry
If
right
you
now.
know me, yeah.
we'll eat later.
We'll eat later?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's try something vegan later.
Well, here's the thing I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about your dishes.
Okay.
Give me one dish that's difficult to turn vegan,
Yeah.
but you've perfected.
Okay. So I've done a lot of dishes. I did a vegan machboos. Vegan machboos, which tastes like the regular machboos with all the
What kind of
flavors
machboos?
and
Yeah,
all
the
the
rice
spices.
you can get
The
with
chicken.
vegan. The chicken.
Chicken
is
machboos.
Or the
problem.
meat.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
meat.
So there's something that's called tempeh. It's like fermented tofu
Oh,
that has a very meaty
Flavor?
texture.
But it's not
Okay.
going to taste like
That
chicken.
it doesn't, but it
Yeah.
takes all the flavors from whatever spices you cook it with,
machboos, nice.
and it's very high in protein,
Interesting.
and it tastes completely fine.
And have meat eaters had it and loved it?
To be honest, in Kuwait, I haven't found a good brand that sells it. But
you
if-
need that specific type of protein.
Yes,
So you managed to do it in the States.
yes,
Here's
and
the issue.
100% confident that
Wow.
it was a good vegan machboos.
Vegan machboos.
Yeah,
I would love to continue this conversation. I do have a lot of questions.
yeah.
Vegan is very interesting. Being
Yeah.
vegan is a very interesting topic. But now let's take a break.
Yep.
And then we'll be right back with our guest and you, Ahmed. So,
Yep.
break.
I'll be right back. back when we're gonna continue our conversation about food. Everyone loves food. More specifically, vegan food.
I mean,
We're
not everyone likes vegan food.
No, I said everyone loves food.
We can make them
Okay.
like
Everyone
vegan.
loves food.
We can
That's why you
can
are
convert
the
them.
chef.
Yes.
So I have a question. I've been dying to ask you this.
Yeah.
So for people who follow a high protein diet, if you are, let's say, an athlete, athletes or people who go to the gym a lot, they have
Yeah.
to have a high protein diet.
Mhm.
Can you have enough protein while being vegan?
Yes, definitely.
You can do
Just-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
Google
so many sources
Google
for high,
vegan
protein.
vegan bodybuilders. Just Google that and
Is
watch
there any
They
and
vegan?
watch.
exist.
Yeah,
That I
and look
didn't
at the
know that
photos. Yeah,
existed.
just like normal, and
Interesting.
they're actually their performance is better
Really?
a lot.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can have like enough proteins during the day.
Definitely.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I've been just dying to ask you that.
Yeah.
Do you make a great vegan pizza?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
tried. Yeah, vegan mozzarella and all the
We
different
should have
sauces.
him again cooking for us.
Everything you can.
We'll
you
turn
can
this into a cooking show. One special episode.
One
and
special
we'll cook
episode.
together.
try everything. Yeah, inshallah.
So I want to ask you about ingredients.
Okay.
Vegan food, your biology background.
Yes.
Do you have to get organic produce?
No, you don't have to.
No.
No, you don't
Organic isn't always better.
have to. It's not always better, and it's not always necessary to make
Mm.
to cook anything.
Mm.
It's a better option, yes, in terms of pesticides and all of that.
Right.
But if you really want to focus on other stuff like having more fiber in your
Mm,
food
mm.
or more nutrients, more
Right.
minerals, all those things also matter. You know.
Okay.
So yeah,
So it's not something you seek, not something that you.
not so much.
Not
Not
so
at the
much.
moment, at least. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. What do you have for him?
Well, I do have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to talk about you as, a vegan coming from the States. I mean, studying there for a long time, then coming here. Did your family know that you were vegan? Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they were
What
they were
was the
expecting
reaction?
it.
Yeah. Actually, the meat there doesn't taste so good.
And in the
And
States?
In the States,
Maybe
the
that's
fast
why you
food.
turned vegan.
Yeah, the
Maybe.
fast food doesn't taste that good
Absolutely.
as it does here.
Okay.
You gotta
Um,
seek out. You gotta make your own stuff.
I'll have to
Yeah.
admit that I believe that in Kuwait we have like the cleanest
Yeah,
food.
we do.
We
It
do.
sounds-
Honestly, we
We
do.
have the
I've
most
been around,
delicious.
Yeah.
and I would say Kuwait is the food capital of the world.
I
It
agree.
is,
You know,
yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
See, coming from a chef.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
So, another question. Like, do you think you'll ever go back to being vegan? Like, fully vegan?
Full-time vegan.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wouldn't
But you
that,
tried steak.
But
Why
the-
would you
the-
try
the
steak
thing
and then
is,
go back to vegan?
my goal is to always be plant-based.
Mhm.
That way I
Oh,
can
plant-based.
health-wise I can, benefit from the lifestyle while still enjoying social life and, growing as a culinary like as a chef, trying foods, learning to cook different kinds of foods.
Okay, let's talk about being a chef here.
Okay.
I mean, you went directly to vegan chef. Have you tried
Yes.
cooking other things? And why being a chef in Kuwait, for example? Do you think because people here are more interested in trying different food? I mean, you said Kuwait is basically the capital of food. Like, in my opinion, at least for us who live here, we
Yeah.
believe that Kuwait is the capital of food. We have a lot of restaurants. So to compete with vegan food in this
Meat obsessed
meat
society.
obsessed society.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah, yeah.
we have majboos basically almost every other day. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's the main cuisine here.
Yeah.
So, as a chef, do you find it
Challenging to be a vegan.
be a vegan chef to
Yeah.
put your ideas, your beliefs in Kuwait society?
To be honest, the only challenge that I have is to put myself in a box. So not to be able to make a sunny side up if I want to for breakfast today on social media. So that was the only challenge that I face is to how much I can express all the ideas that I have in regards to food. But in terms of like a challenging, it actually makes me more unique.
It does. It really does, yeah.
Instead of as a challenge, instead of it being a challenge.
And
Yeah.
do you like being challenged?
Of course, yeah.
So someone needs to
That's
be a
what
vegan
keeps me
chef and
going.
challenge him.
That's what keeps me going, actually. Yeah, definitely.
Are you also good at being a regular chef?
a
Have you
regular
tried-
chef?
Yeah, have you tried
Yes.
cooking real,
Yes,
like,
yes.
I don't mean
food?
real,
What
but
do
Yeah,
you
like
mean,
yeah.
real food?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, are you like actual plain
Actual
food?
food.
If I'm not cooking on camera, I'm cooking off camera, and I'm
Oh.
making food for myself, for the family.
So what's your specialty? What can
My
special
specialty?
dishes? Yeah,
I like
what's-
simple dishes that just taste so good. Like a
Such
simple,
as?
like a scrambled eggs.
Wow.
They can be the best thing that you can ever eat.
I just had scrambled eggs this
but it's
morning.
just like the
I
technique.
didn't have anything yet all this day,
like,
guys.
had scrambled
using,
eggs this
using
morning.
French butter, for example, instead of like regular butter. Cooking
French
it on a lower heat.
So
And
he
slowly, you
makes
know.
the basic food fancy, and I love that. I
Yes.
love
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like art. you
Yes,
know?
yeah.
He's being an artist.
yeah. I mean,
I love
imagine turning like a simple scrambled egg into like a fancy meal, and
But you
that's-
can. Anyone can.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is, we don't try hard. I'm not gonna wake up. I don't know.
I mean,
Like some
when I
people.
was living there, I did try hard.
You
I
did?
did.
No,
I
like
wanted to perfect an okra stew because it's my favorite dish, and I did it. Now I
You
can't
did
do
it?
it probably.
Good.
Right now I can't pull it off, but I did back then.
Yeah.
but some people be like, yeah, I just want to wake up, oil, eggs, scramble it,
Nah.
eat it.
Yeah.
That some people don't have
The luxury of time,
the luxury of time, or you know,
It's the mood more than the time.
or
Yeah.
wanting to put that much effort
Yeah.
wanting
with fast food
put
and
much
delivery
effort
and all that
to be
at our disposal.
passionate about it. I mean, he's passionate. You're passionate about
I
what you're
can
doing.
tell. Yeah.
That's why you're enjoying it. You're waking up with a purpose.
Yes.
But most of us wake up without a purpose. So I really
Speak for
appreciate
yourself.
your. No, but I do appreciate your, you know, your effort. I appreciate your. I don't know how to say this. Like, you want to do something that hasn't
he's a
been
cool
done
vegan.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool vegan. Like,
He's not the type of vegan that you would know that they're a vegan the second you meet.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Sure. Like, hi,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Hadeel, I'm vegan. You should know that. Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah,
Because
Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
gonna eat that?
yeah,
I never
I
wanna be
respect
You know
that.
what they do to those cows?
Yeah, please. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
respect to all vegans and everything.
yes.
And definitely, I appreciate everyone and
Mhm.
what everyone does. And you know, I really enjoy meeting different people.
That's
like,
the beauty of our show.
That's yeah,
That's the beauty of our
exactly.
show, I think. We
Yeah.
get to hear different stories from different people, you know, and what
Definitely.
inspired them to become the person that they are today, you know.
Definitely, yeah.
So we know your hopes and goals. You want to establish some sort of a kitchen or restaurant
Yes.
for vegan only food in Kuwait.
Yes, it
I
doesn't
think
have
it
to
would
be
be
vegan
ahead.
only.
Do we have a vegan only place in Kuwait already?
We do.
We do.
Yes.
Those started already.
They start
Oh,
already,
boy.
so it doesn't have to be vegan only, but
It doesn't have
but
to be
to put it
vegan.
out there, you know,
But okay.
to give the option
Okay.
to people
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you create those dishes that people want, but in
Yeah.
a vegan version,
Yeah.
which not a lot of places can reproduce.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would love for you to get that protein you need for that vegan matchboost to make it happen.
Yeah, inshallah, inshallah.
Like
I hope
it's,
so.
you
I
need
get
that
it.
big
Yeah.
shipment, you know.
Yeah.
Biryani. I like biryani.
Biryani.
Have you
how's
tried?
that? vegan biryani?
How many?
I've tried regular chicken.
So, how many recipes have you tried
Or
turning?
created.
Oh yeah, or created from like scratch.
From scratch.
Yeah.
Or you're always
Um,
replicating.
It's so usually the process is either like doing something from scratch, making like a smoothie or a cake or whatever, or taking a recipe that already exists and making it my own. So for example, I got a cake recipe with eggs. So I remove the eggs,
Right.
substitute with something, reduce the flour, add the milk, you know, make my own mix,
Mm.
and then test it out. And put it out.
What non-dairy milk works for vegan cakes?
So the best is soy milk
Soy milk,
because
huh?
it has the highest protein.
And I actually like soy milk. It
Yeah.
tastes good.
I like
I actually
what's
add
the
it
other
with
one?
protein powder.
Almond.
Almond.
Almond,
I like
oats.
Yeah,
milk.
almond,
Cashew milk.
oats, vanilla. Like
Yeah.
those are my favorite.
Is there one
flavors.
better than the other in terms of health? and
I
stuff?
like homemade almond milk. It's the best.
How
How,
do you?
how do you
how
even?
do you?
Yeah, I mean.
I mean, there's a process.
how do you
So
milk
you don't
almond?
milk
Takes
the
its
almonds.
time. Yeah.
How do you
There's
even
no
milk-
milking almonds involved.
I
So
think you put them in water or something.
you soak them. Yeah, you soak them. You soak them
right?
overnight,
Okay.
and then you blend them and just use a cheesecloth or any kind of mesh.
Mm.
You just
Just like making lebna.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
exactly.
I love how you just went
So you
with it.
separate.
I had to make labna in the States because I wanted
Yeah.
to make my own labna.
Amazing, amazing. So you just separate the fiber from the liquid, and the liquid is the milk that you have.
Nice.
And I usually
You
sweeten
strain
it
it.
with dates.
Can I order like a liter
course.
of almond milk?
So, have you made your family try some of your
Yeah,
recipes
every
and
time.
get your
And
their
they like
opinion?
it.
Every
Right.
single dish.
Every single dish.
Every single dish that you see
Was
on
there a
Instagram.
specific dish they
they
did not
try.
like?
Yeah, actually.
Like what?
Yeah,
Is
they're
there like an
they're
infamous
my
dish,
judges.
infamous dish that you have?
I don't have anything in mind at the
Okay.
moment. But maybe yeah. But definitely there was. Yeah.
There was.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Right.
Alright.
Well, before we wrap up, I would always ask the guests what they have to say to those who aspire to become also vegan chefs, perhaps, or any
Okay.
type of culinary, since you're also a chef, you know?
Yes.
Any kind of tips, young and upcoming chefs?
Okay, so always stay hungry to learn about all the different techniques, flavors, combinations. Always be open to explore and try something new. I feel like that makes a strong chef.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Bonus question for you.
Okay, go ahead. Ready.
Would you compete in a cooking competition?
I've never tried it, and a lot
You've
of my
watched a lot of
of my
shows, right?
followers, yes, yeah,
Right?
But
they
it
want
would
to
be
see me.
hard to
It would be
have
fun.
all the other chefs just cooking with meat and you're
Yeah,
like there cooking
and
vegan
yeah.
food.
Yeah,
And
but
you
I'm
have
up
to
for
take
the
Would you up
challenge.
for it? Would be up for it?
Up for it, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
maybe we'll create a cooking competition show next Ramadan. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sounds good. So we should people in the back, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see. Anything's possible on KTV too.
Anything's
Alright.
possible. Yeah, we should do that.
Well, thank you for your time today, for coming on our show, talking about veganism and
Pleasure.
you being the vegan chef. Got
Yes.
to meet the vegan
The
chef.
vegan
you
chef.
know?
Remember that.
Remember
It
that.
doesn't happen twice.
Doesn't happen twice.
Okay. It was really nice to meet you, and
Thank
we
you.
had a lot of fun.
Nice to
So-
meet you too.
Yeah, we'll be back for the wrap up right after this. All right, we're reaching the end of our episode. We learned a lot today. You can make a vegan matchboos, apparently.
Yeah, and I asked him to make a vegan steak, and he said it's possible.
It's possible. I
Yeah,
guess
I
if
was
you make a
actually-
fake burger, you can make a fake steak. But why would you want to have a steak as a vegan?
Like, I want to see what it tastes like. You know, it's interesting when you
It's
try
gonna taste
different foods.
weird.
But have you tried it? Like, if you cannot say it's gonna taste weird
The
without
one
trying
week
it.
I spent living as a vegan was very bad because I bought all the fake vegan stuff, vegan pizza, vegan
You know,
everything.
if I had a
cheese.
choice,
Yeah.
I would be. Can you live on chocolate? I have a thing for chocolate.
A chocolate diet.
A chocolate-based
chocolate-centered
diet.
diet. I'm sure you will have diabetes very quickly.
Unless we have dark chocolate, sugar free. I mean, that works. I have a thing for chocolate, so if it was healthy, trust me, I would probably
You
be
just
surviving on
consume
chocolate.
chocolate.
Are you
I
kidding me?
can't. I just can't.
Have you seen me in the break drinking hot chocolate every 5
True,
seconds?
True.
So it was fun. I
was
enjoyed
fun.
it.
Yeah.
And I love meeting new people, especially
Yeah.
here on the Untold, where we ask interesting questions.
Yes.
I
And
guess.
meet new people.
Yeah.
Well, tune in next time for more guests right here on The Untold for KTV2. Till then, have a good night.
Good night.